This is CBS 7 News at 10. Your eye on West Texas.
We begin tonight with a look outside. West Texas storms unleash another round of fury, producing dangerous weather conditions.
CBS 7 crews are all over the area chasing these storms, which some were capable of producing tornadoes. The sky is filled with dark clouds in Crane County, with lightning even striking down several times.
In Upton County, rain pounded the area, flooding the streets. Drivers are forced to hit the slick roads with low visibility brought by the heavy downpour.
And the storms left the city of Balmorhea in a whiteout. What appears to be and looks like snow is only large hail brought by the thunderstorms. Now the pellets of ice have melted, leaving roads flooded with water. We'll have an update on the damage in Balmorhea coming up in just a few minutes.
This is CBS 7 News at 10. Your eye on West Texas.
The search continues tonight for Haley Dunn after investigators try to find answers into human remains discovered near a Big Spring airport. Investigators have cleared the scene and have taken evidence for further analysis.
An FBI team arrived in Big Spring this morning near the McMahon airfield where the remains were found yesterday afternoon. CBS 7 is told that the gender of the body found is known, but police are not saying whether it is male or female.
Meanwhile, this investigation has put the Haley Dunn case back into the national spotlight. The missing cheerleader case was the topic of discussion on tonight's Nancy Grace on CNN Headline News. The talk show host reported that Billy Dunn and her boyfriend Sean Adkins are back in Colorado City.
Our CBS 7 crews have been all over West Texas covering this developing story. Tonight we'll have the very latest on the investigation into those human remains found in Big Spring. We also speak to a former medical examiner in Odessa about what's next in this case and what information an autopsy can reveal about a person's identity. And we are back in Haley Dunn's hometown where the community is waiting for answers.
Coming up on CBS 7 News at 10.
I want to get to the bottom of it because if some of this is true, I'm kind of concerned.
A radio commentator and an elected official in the center of a controversial investigation.
We get up in the morning and there's not any water in the system.
Tall city officials fearing the worst, urging residents to cut down on their water use or pay up. And it's a fight on the highway that law enforcement agents say could be deadly. CBS 7 News at 10 starts right now.
Tonight with breaking news out of Monahans, where police are on the scene of a fatal crash.
It happened around 7 o'clock on Business 20 in Loop 464. According to a witness on the scene, a car pulled out in front of a Ford F-150 truck. The truck struck the passenger side of the car.
This is CBS 7 News at 10. Your eye on West Texas.
The roads are slick. I thought they might cancel it after I woke up this morning.
All of our guys knew to be ready for this. All of our trucks are out on the road.
A winter storm strikes hard, creating a West Texas whiteout.
Snow continues to pound the Permian Basin, leaving the area under thick sheets of ice.
Our crews are all over West Texas tonight, keeping an eye on the winter storm and how it's affecting our community.
Tonight we'll take a look at the record snowfall and find out if more snow is headed this way. Plus, we continue to monitor the road conditions and how TxDOT crews are working around the clock to keep drivers safe. And notifications of school closings and delays continue to pour into our newsroom. We'll have an updated list of cancellations from all across West Texas.
This is CBS 7 News at 10. Your eye on West Texas.
We begin tonight at 10 o'clock with 3 serious issues impacting West Texas.
From the water shortage to the housing crisis, CBS 7 crews are taking a closer look tonight into what city leaders are calling regional problems.
We talk with officials in Midland about the new water rates going into effect next week. Meanwhile, code enforcement officers are shifting their focus to another issue that some say is destroying the West Texas landscape.
And while the oil boom continues to bring in more people to the Permian Basin, one local senior center is providing a solution, but not without some resistance. We'll have that CBS 7 investigative report in just a few minutes.